Hi guys, this is Ola from Cardbond, and you're welcome again to this series for this project. And in this video we're going to be creating the part called the front cover as seen on our PDF file. Alright. In this we're going to use a couple of construction lines, but to begin, let's say we go over to our sketch and then we use this plane just to make it easier for us. Alright, so with this, what we do is we first start by creating the circle as seen on section AA. So what we're trying to do at this point in time is to utilize the sectional view to create this part. And we notice that we have something there as radius 78. So what we begin to do is 78 multiplied by 2, which is the diameter of that part. Then we notice also that the thickness of this, still on detail or section AA, notice that the thickness on the right corner, the right hand side of the drawing shows 3. So it's going to be 3 millimeters in thickness. So what we do is we create another circle. The previous radius was 78, so we say 78 minus 3 is 75, so we say 75 multiplied by 3. And 75 multiplied by 2, so we have this 150. Yep. Alright. At this point we would pick up on our line and we would create a line that goes this way. It doesn't have a distance yet. Okay, wait a minute, I guess it has a distance already. Yeah, so if we look at the drawing, the top view just above section AA, we have the overall diameter as 212, so we make this line to be 212 in size. And what we do is we create a construction line for this. From this center point we go up and apply symmetry between this point, and this line, and so we have something like this. So it's positioned to be symmetrical to this line. And then if we look at the section view again, we have a distance between this line and the bottom part of this circle here. So for that we create another construction line at the base, just this way, and enter. Make this construction line tangential to this. We keep this construction line to be horizontal, and then we apply a dimension between this line and this. So the dimension between these two is 33, so we insert 33. But if you notice that this dimension is for the top, is for one surface of this line, so we will create an offset of this by 3 millimeters coming downwards. Let's see, select 3, let's see what that is. Yep. Remove the construction type and say OK. So we have something like this. This is 33 and 3 is coming downwards. At this point what we do is to close these lines up, 1 and then 2. Yeah. Alright, so on the right hand corner also we have a radius. So what we do is we create a circle, and the circle will make it somewhere in between here and give it the radius is 2, so the diameter should be 4. Okay, yeah, so the diameter of this is 4, and what we do is we place a tangential constraint between these two and between this and this. So this is what we have. It exceeds the 3. Alright, so with that we just create circles. So we create a circle here, and please bear in mind that now I'm creating this circle at the same side as this one here, because we're not going to need the other part of this, to be honest. I don't know why I stress myself in covering it up. So you create a circle at the other side of this point where you created the initial circle. So we create a circle here, and looking at the drawing, the section AA, on the left hand side we have the radius, the outer radius to be 22, so this is going to be 44, right? And we create another concentric to this, and so it's going to be 22 plus 3, that's 25, and this is going to be 50. Do you understand what I just did? I hope so. Alright, so we place concentric constraint so that both circles have the same center, so it's already there, nothing to worry about. And then next we place dimension, so the distance between the center point, the center line, and this line as seen on section AA is 71, so we apply 71 to this, and then we apply tangent. So the tangent is going to be simple. We could either select this line, this circle, and make it tangential to this, or we could select this circle here and make it tangential to this. So I'll just pick on this and this. So you notice what we have, that it is tangential in this manner. And then let's see, 71. Okay, so since it's that way, I guess what I'll do is to I'm going to say that the drawing has a little bit of fault, yeah, and that's because this tangent is supposed to also be tangential to this, right? But since it is not, so what we're going to do is we're going to delete this 71 millimeter and then create another tangent, so which is this circle should be tangential to this, which makes it this way. If we check the dimension now again, so we have, let's see what it is, so it is 71.414, so this is what it should be, but nothing to worry about. So we just close, we create a line, not construction, and draw a line coming downwards this way. Voila, so that's what we have for our sketch. You could delete some things and all of that, but it's preferable to leave it this way. So finish this sketch, we come over to the home view. What do? We go over to Revolve. With the Revolve, we're going to go back to our right view and make sure we select the same sketches. So we select this, or the same profile, sorry. We select this, we zoom in to select this, we select this, we select this, and we select this, and lastly this. So this is what we want to have selected. There are 7 profiles in total, as you can see. So once we've selected all of this correctly, we click on axis and we select on this line as our axis of revolution. So it's going to revolve 360 degrees, and then we say okay, d'accord. The next thing to do is to place our circles or our holes as we can see on the top view. So go back to sketch. I'm going to create my holes using this plane because the holes are going through, so it doesn't really matter. So I use it, or create it using this plane, and first of all I'll create a circle construction line from the center point, and the diameter is going to be 87 times 2. As you can see on the top view, we have the distance between the center line and the top circle is 87. So I'm just drawing a circle. Honestly, it's not necessary, but I'll just draw a circle this way and say enter. Next I'll create my circle again, and this time I switch up the construction, zoom here and draw a circle to be on that line. The diameter of this circle is 6.5. If you look at the top view, we have a part on the bottom left corner that says 6.5 TYP. So what TYP means is typical, and that means that all the circles are the same. So this is 6.5 in diameter. Let's see, yeah, so 6.5, we move this way, and what we need to do, if you notice, it's still in blue, so we place horizontal and vertical constraint. I'll select on this circle, switch up the bodies, select on this center circle, and then I select on this point here also. So now you notice that it is black, which means it is fully defined, and based on this constraint chosen, it is directly on top of this point here. Okay, with that done, we go over to create circular pattern. We select on our circle, center point, pick on this. So there are 8 of these, so we change the quantity to 8, say okay. So we have this finish sketch, and then lastly we go over to extrude. We select each of these profiles, all 8 of them, and 8. Then we create an extrusion cut that goes this way. Alright, so if we take a look at this, this is what we have. We have something like this, and that's how our front cover is created. Pretty simple, and you can save your parts. If you have questions, do not hesitate to place them in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.